Greetings, agents. This is Private Boulders, the mediocre gamer, and this is the Division 2. Thank you for tuning in. If you like my content, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out. Hope you're doing well today. Today I thought I would cover a topic that is very divisive in the Division 2 community at the moment with the release of the new Shades of Red season. And that is modifiers, and specifically hostile modifiers. I wouldn't be going out on a limb by saying that they're fairly unpopular. I'm not here to cast any judgment or critique those modifiers. It is my intent to maybe just share some experiences or shed a bit of light on how these modifiers work from the hostiles perspective anyway. So as you may or may not know, there are 4 of them, and obviously they all work in completely different ways. So let's talk about them and then let's see them in action. So if we go into our menu here, we bring up the hostile modifiers. The first one is called Requital, and I think that this is the one that causes the most grief. So basically, I'll read the description. Shooting at an enemy within medium range builds stacks of Requital. For every stack, a portion of the damage dealt will be reflected back to you. The amount of damage received is directly proportional with the amount of Requital stacks. Shooting at the enemy from a different range zone resets the stacks. So this can be very annoying because when you're in combat, there's a lot going on. You're thinking about a lot of things. Probably one of the last things you're thinking about is how far away you are from an enemy combatant. That's just me anyway. Like, if I'm in combat, then yeah, I'm not really paying too much attention as to where this enemy combatant is. All I know is that he's between me and my objective, and I need to eliminate him as quickly as possible. So with this one, obviously what you need to do is be at short range or medium range. Sorry, long range, short range or long range. So that's going to depend on your play style quite a bit. If you like getting up in the face of hostiles, then obviously lean into that, play to that strength or that favoritism that you have. Or if you prefer to sit back and snipe at enemies, then obviously do that as well. But obviously keep an eye on your reticule. Make sure that that enemy with this symbol above its head, which kind of looks like Ouroboros to me. Ouroboros is like the snake that is eating itself. That's what that symbol looks like to me. The snake is kind of doing damage to itself, which is in essence what Requital is about. Through your own actions, you are causing harm. So I don't want that. I don't want anyone that I play with to cause themselves any harm. So be it short range or be it long range, you may need to change up your build a bit. And I think this is what maybe the whole season is about, is, instead of just sticking to the build that you're used to, it's an opportunity to get out there and maybe play with a different build or something that you haven't tried before. So, whether you use a shotgun at close range or, a submachine gun or something like that, or you'd prefer to sit back and maybe use an LMG or a sniper rifle, maybe this is the opportunity to have a go at it. Once again, I'm not here to critique these modifiers. I'm just hoping to shed a little light on them. So the next one, which is stellite coating, which that looks like an oyster to me. So the oyster shell protects the very valuable contents, in this case a pearl. So in this case, the hostiles have some kind of additional armor on them. and the color of that icon above their head will correspond to what range zone you need to be in. So enemies receive a mark corresponding to a specific range zone. Marked enemies receive 60% less damage when hit from outside the indicated range zone. Each hit from the correct range zone partially reduces the effect until completely removed. So basically, what you want to do is match the color of this icon that's above their head and be in that range zone. So if the icon is red, then you need to be at long range to start chipping away at that stellite coating, so that you can actually damage the enemy. Obviously, if the icon is red and you're at short or medium range, then as the description says, they'll take less damage. So you'll still damage them, but it's going to take a lot longer to inflict damage on them. So once again, it's a little bit about situational awareness. Seeing that color and then trying to tailor your playstyle to either be close or near or far, whatever it is, so that you can basically eliminate that enemy as efficiently as possible. So that's that one. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, next one, we're moving on to the hockey mask. So this is Terrify. So this is a movement debuff. So every hit from an enemy steals 5% of your movement speed for 10 seconds, up to a maximum of 4 stacks, permanently increasing theirs. The next hit you receive at 4 debuff stacks will inflict confusion and then remove all the stacks. Hits from separate enemies count towards stacking the same debuff. So that's an important point there, that last line. So there may be just one enemy that has this icon above their head, but if there's 3 or 4 of them in the group, then they're all going to count towards adding to those stacks. And the confusion thing, that can be quite dangerous, because not only does it kind of stun lock you for 10 seconds or whatever, it also pops you up out of cover. So not only can you not move, but you are now fully exposed to whatever damage these enemies see fit to inflict upon you. So it's not so much a range thing, this, but just be aware that any enemy can contribute to those debuff stacks within your area. So take them out really quickly. Don't faff about and find out. Target them first and get rid of them. And it doesn't matter what kind of range zone you're in, you'll just be able to take them down as soon as you can. So for me, I think that's probably the least annoying of the 4, unless you happen to get 5 hits on you, which can then kind of go from sunshines and rainbows to mud in your underpants or something like that. So just be mindful. And then the last one we have is Master of None. I don't really have much of a description for this, except I just call it circles, because that's what kind of stands out for me. And this is another quite annoying one. So specific enemies are equipped with incendiary ammo while in short range, and shock ammo while in long range simultaneously. So enemies at medium range use normal ammo. So basically the trick here is to either not get hit or be in medium range. And that way you will be assured that you won't get any of that special ammo disrupting your day. Because both of those ammos, I believe, also pop you up out of cover. So once again, you could have a bad time. So yeah, quite a bit of situational awareness needed for this one. Once again, this can be the source of some frustration. I have heard of people on social media saying that they are getting hit with this ammo from enemies not marked by this icon. I cannot attest to that, but that does not mean that that's not the case. So it may be a bug. I'm not 100% sure, but just be mindful of that. So yeah, either kind of stay in cover and choose your targets, or be at medium range, and then you will only be affected by normal ammo. So there you have it. There are the 4 main hostile modifiers that are in play. Or sorry, they are the only 4 hostile modifiers that are in play. And I think requital is probably the most frustrating, because if you're using a high DPS build, something like strikers or negotiators or something like that, it does not take long for those stacks to build up and for your armor to disintegrate. And within a matter of seconds, you can go from full armor to deploying your reviver hive. So yeah, just be mindful of that. And I guess it does go without saying that if these hostile modifiers are not to your liking, then you can just disable them. So you can just deactivate them. It's up to you. It is a bit of a challenge, and it does kind of get you out of your comfort zone. It makes you think a little bit more tactically, and it also, I think, makes you try some different builds. So having said that, let's go out and pick some fights with some of these hostile modifiers and see how I go with them in combat situations. All right, so see you soon. Right, here we are at a propaganda broadcast that I'm going to attempt to take down. So we can see that there is an enemy there that has the oyster symbol, and it is shaded red. So that means that I need to hit him from long range to diminish that effect. If I get any closer into medium or short range, he takes 60% less damage. So basically what I need to do is just stay here, not get too close, and pick him off from a distance. If it was yellow, then I'd need to get into medium range. If it was blue, I'd need to get into short range. So I'm right on the boundary of where he is. So I'm just going to position myself a little bit differently so that he's definitely in the red, and then I can start on him. You can see that bar going down, so is his health, and he's dead. Anyone else here with a hostile modifier? Doesn't look like it. So there you go. That is the stellite coating one. So that's how you approach those. Have a look at the color. Remember that the color is where you need to be placed. So with that example there, the color was red, so I needed to be at long range to put shots on him to diminish the effect of that reduced damage. And then once you've done that, he'll then actually start taking damage. I hope you found this helpful. We'll try and find something else. All right, so we're coming up onto some enemies here that have the oyster shell icon. So they've basically got that coating. So I need to attack these guys in close range because the icon above them is blue. So that will actually wear down that buff that they've got. And if they're out of that range, if I'm out of that range, like if I'm in medium range or long range, it doesn't actually wear that defense down. Right, there's also one unit here that has requital. So we're going to stay out of medium range. So we're going to get in nice and close. Just take them down so that we don't build up those requital stacks. Here's some more over here. So this is an elite patrol. I don't know how I'm going to go with this, but anyway, we just want to stay out of medium range. So we have to get up nice and close. Or obviously you can be far away from them. So there you have it. That's requital. So remember, long range or short range. Don't be at medium range. And then you won't be building those stacks and taking that damage and yelling and swearing like I do a lot of the time. But anyway, I hope you found that helpful. See what other hostile modifiers we can find and demonstrate. Okay, so we can see here that this unit or this enemy has the mask icon. So basically, if he's shooting you and he hits you, you're getting a 5% speed or movement debuff for 10 seconds, and that stacks 4 times. So you're looking at 20%. And then if he hits you a 5th time, or any other enemy in the area hits you a 5th time, then that will apply a confuse effect to you. So there's no range or anything like that. You just have to be wary that if he hits you, or he or she hits you, you're going to start slowing your movement speed down, by up to 20%. And then if they hit you a 5th time, you're going to get confused. So let's see if we can demonstrate how that looks. Right, so there's 1 hit, 2, 3, and now, that must have been 4, but now I'm confused. Alright, and now I'm almost dead. So there you go. That's how that one works with the mask. So just remember, just try and avoid getting hit by them, because that confuse debuff, that is going to slow you down and basically stun lock you for a few seconds, which makes you pretty prone to anything in the area. All right. So now we've got this one here, which I just call circles. This is the special ammo one. All right. So if you're at short range, I believe they fire incendiary rounds, so you'll catch on fire. If you're at long range, they're shock rounds. So you basically, to mitigate that, you need to be in medium range, so the yellow icon. So if we just take this guy out. Okay, so I don't know how that's working. I don't know what happened there. I'm pretty sure I was within the range. I'm just going to get in close and see what happens. Oh, hang on, I have to be at medium range. That's right.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Right, so we've got some enemies here with requital again. So we just need to make sure that we are out of medium range. So, okay, so I'm in medium range there. So I just need to go over, get up close. Close is my preference because I'm not very good at long range. Get up close so that you don't build those stacks and then you're not taking damage. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Right, here's some units that are, once again, have the requital icon. So they're kind of going at each other. So remember, we need to stay out of medium range. We need to get up nice and close so that we don't build those stacks. Oops. Yep. Okay, didn't quite spot that guy in time. That happens. Now I'm a bit slow on the uptake sometimes. Alright, here's some more down here. At this looks, I think this is a territory control. One's a dog. So these other guys we don't have to worry about so much. We do need to get reasonably close to this guy.
Immediate medical assistance needed. System restored.
Okay, that guy there I need to be cautious of because they have the special ammo. So if I'm too close, they will shock me. If I'm too far away, they will burn me. Or is it the other way around? Incendiary ammo short range, shock ammo long range. So I need to be in medium range for that guy. Yeah, there you go. There he got me. Thank you for that. Right, medium range. Right, I mean, he didn't really shoot me much, but you get the point. Looks like we've got some more units over here with requital. So we're just going to get up nice and close to them. Oops. See, I was in medium range then, so I took some damage, which is not good. Right, here's some dead. Right, so here's a enemy over here that has the oyster coating, or the oyster icon, stellite coating, whatever it's called. So we need to be in the, where is he? Hiding over there. So to wear down that coating that they have, because the icon is blue, we need to be close. So get right up to that enemy when they're blue, and then you can deal with them effectively. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else we can find. Okay, so here comes some guys with the mask, which is the debuff. So it doesn't matter where we take them out, just as long as we do. I mean, it doesn't, when you're kind of defending something like this, it doesn't really matter if they give you a debuff. It's just that confused one you've got to watch out for, because it will pop you out of cover, stun lock you for a few seconds, and then you're kind of exposed. So you want to avoid them getting hits on you. So that they can't expose you, basically. There's a requital dude there. He's at long range. Not that Chameleon's very good at long range, but I can pick him off without building those stacks. He's gone. Let's go after him. there you have it, folks. That's a bit of an overview of the hostile modifiers. I hope that you found this useful or helpful,
Supply room access.
and I hope that you use some of these to your advantage and are successful. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Until next time, stay safe out there and take care.